Hey, Randall, welcome back. There's a fish jumping over here, too. Trying our second spot for the day. Couldn't get nothing over by where the creeks are, so I decided to come over here. Normally, I fish a little bit farther up to the point. I figured I'd try this spot, see what happens. Hey, Valerie, welcome back. I figure we'll try this spot and see what happens. There's a lot of people fishing today. Hey, Fishing Frustrations, welcome. Glad to see everybody popping back in. We're going to try this spot and see what happens. I'm not very far from where I caught four 20 to 40 pounders back to back a couple weeks back. Uh, it's really snaggy over there, though. So uh, I decided to try this spot and see if it's a snaggy or not. There's definitely carp or bass or something working this bank. I've seen them jumping already. Hey, Melissa. I just noticed the change there in the name, Melissa. Kind of tickled me there for a minute. Hey, Big Mike. That other spot, guys, before I left, I threw my cast net out several times in that area because I knew there was fish coming up into the bank and stuff, but no shad, at least not close enough that I could get with the cast net. So it's definitely heated up, guys. It has definitely got warm. There's not a lot of shade around this lake where you can fish. So if I get too hot, I'll get some of this lake water and pour it over me and cool off a bit. I should have brought some bottled water and stuff with me from the house, but I didn't. Thinking tree pounder fishing since I'm a expert stick fisher. Yeah, Randall, there's a lot of them around here. What happened is we had a drought several years back, 3 or 4 years back. It drained these lakes real low, and all these trees and stuff growed up. Then they didn't clear them out, so when the lake filled back up, now all that stuff is in the water. I've lost two fish this year already, big fish, uh, because they got me snagged up in this stuff and were able to break free. That's all right, Valerie. Thanks for stopping in. Good luck to whoever's over there fishing in the UK right now. I hope they catch some. I've been busy working on the house the last couple of days. I haven't got to watch as much fishing as I normally do, but It is definitely hot out here. I bet it's pretty close to 80 degrees already. Was gonna do broken poles and dream catchers. Waiting to see what the weather does, Big Mike. You've been doing a lot of night fishing. I've been watching your videos and stuff, and watching your live streams, and it's hot enough now on this fat boy that I may start doing some night fishing videos just to get out of the heat because I'm sweating like a big dog right now. I was kind of upset my wife didn't get to come with me today, but uh, I'm driving her four-wheel drive Envoy because my truck is kind of broke down, giving me some issues. So if she would have seen what I just took this thing through to get down in here, she would not be a happy camper with me. So kind of glad she wasn't with me today. Yeah, Melissa, we've had wind real bad here. It rained for 2 days, and most of the time we got 20 to 25 mile an hour winds, and it's supposed to pick back up this afternoon. The wind's supposed to switch out of the north and get up to 21 mile an hour. So that's another reason I come here. If that north wind blows, we're on the south side of this. We kind of got a little wind block, and allow me to fish a little bit longer without having to move. Uh-oh. Might be in trouble, guys. My wife just popped into chat. you see Jamie Ray Wright. That's Mrs. Country Boy Catfishing. And I just told on myself. I did not think she would be listening. Yeah, the Envoy's fine, babe. Uh, you would have just freaked out because it's muddy as hell, and I had to kick her in four-wheel drive and come through there sideways. I know how you are, and you would not have liked it. Other than a little mud, it's fine. You know how bad this spot is, babe. I'm out on the island, but I'm just to the left of where you and me usually fish. Uh, yeah, I see your name change, Randall. Uh, Instead of fishing up there where I keep getting snagged, I tried this spot uh, just to the left of where I normally fish to see if it's a snaggy. Maybe I can get out of the snag. There's still carp and stuff jumping out here, but the catfish doesn't seem to be active. I tried to catch shad in the cast net the last spot I left because there was a lot of fish activity near the bank. I thought they might have been up there around shad, but I didn't get any. So I always carry a cast net with me because if I can get live bait, I like to use live bait. Hey, Big Cat, welcome. My wife could probably have a field day out here today. Uh, where I fish with mainly shad and bluegill and live baits like that for the big ones. she'll use stink bait and earthworms. And man, I bet out here on her worms today, both spots with all the carp and stuff running, uh, her little cork and her red worm, I bet she could have had a blast. This line is completely flat. I don't know if something swam into it or what, but it had action as soon as I got here and put it out. Like I was saying with them red worms, there's lots of times we come out and my wife doesn't like being on the camera, so she never fishes. She'll fish close to me and she'll take her worms and stuff. And sometimes she just tears the catfish up and she's catching them on a cork and worm and a foot of water, and you wouldn't even think the fish are up there, and she's just killing them. There's been lots of times we went fishing and she's caught fish and I never even got a bite. Hey, Rosie, thanks for stopping in. No luck yet today, Rosie. This is my second spot. It's really hot. Uh, we've had a lot of warm weather. So I went, the first place I went was over by where the creeks run into this lake at, because when the fish start pulling up to spawn, they'll pull up on them shallow flats. And they weren't really over there. This spot here is another shallow flat, but probably where I'm casting my lines is probably about 4 foot deep over here. So it's a little deeper water. And I decided to come over here and try it. And there's about 7 boats back up in here right now. So I think everyone else had the same idea I did. Yeah, fishing frustrations. My wife loves to fish. She is my favorite fishing partner. Uh, she snags up and breaks off and stuff like that, but I don't care. I still love spending time with her and getting to fish with her. I'm still trying to get her on a big catfish. Uh, I want her to catch a big catfish, even just 20 pounders. If she caught a 20-pounder, that would be the biggest catfish she's ever caught. And I'm really excited to get her on one. Hey, no real loss. All right, babe. Uh, Try not to do too much, because when I get home, I'll start the sheetrock and hardwood floor again. So I'm going to make a mess. I don't want you to put in a lot of work and me come home and just tear it up in 10 minutes. Uh, right now, as hot as it's been in the daytime, Big Mike might have the right idea. These fish may already be switching over to a night feeding pattern. You just never know till you try, guys. Normally, the dog days of summer, when it's up around 100 degrees, is when night fishing is the best here. But it's already like almost 80 degrees today. So it's very possibly they could be moving into these shallows to feed at night a lot more aggressively. It is hot. No luck yet, no real loss. So far, all I'm doing is sweating my butt off. But think I'm fixing to take everything out of my pockets and get a bucket out of the envoy here and pour some water over my head, kind of cool me off. I always keep a bucket or something with me. Uh, I've had a couple of heat strokes already, so I always keep a bucket with me to where I can get water and cool my body temperature down. I get in such a hurry to fish and stuff when I leave the house. I don't really plan. I don't grab bottles of water or anything. Uh, there's been times I've got out here and got myself in trouble, and my wife's had to come out here and get me and drive me home. But this is not one of them places I want to do that because there's mud and she will have a panic attack trying to get out of here. Hey, Maurice. Hope you're doing good, Maurice. Guys, if you haven't met Maurice yet, uh, Maurice is a great supporter of the Catfish family on YouTube. He's a great gentleman. You'll see him in almost everybody's live streams. Uh, he really pops in and supports everybody. You started carrying extra water bottles in your car just in case. Yeah, I was so excited to go fishing this morning. Uh, I got a bunch of new gear and stuff in. I threw it all in the car and was gone and didn't really think it through. If y'all missed any of that in the first live, uh, you ought to go back and check it out at the beginning of the video. Some of the stuff's from Amazon. Some of the stuff is from Uncle Lou's on Facebook. You should really check out Uncle Lou's. I was really, really impressed with the stuff I got from him. I had to order weights and everything. I get all my sinkers from Jay's Weights. Uh, he ships them right to my house. He's got a great price and really great guy. Yeah, Georgia trapping and fishing. I hope they do something too. Uh, this is my second spot. I've been here 20 minutes. Uh, had action on that one rod, but I almost think it was something swimming into the line. A lot of the time here, you've got so much carp and drum and stuff like that, and the crappie and the striper and hybrid that they'll get into the line when they're cruising these shallow banks, and they can wreak havoc. Yeah, fishing frustrations. I understand that. Uh, a lot of you guys in the UK and like Pete Whiskers in South Africa, uh, there's just no way you can ship stuff back and forth. Uh, I think we've kind of figured out a way around that. Uh, I think we will be able to get gift cards and stuff and send them. Hey, Fins and Pal, shad, brother. Shad is the bait. I've been trying to catch some live fresh shad, but so far I haven't got on any shad. Uh, the carp and drum and stuff are going nuts out here. Uh, I even threw my cast net at that first spot, and if I caught a carp in it, I was going to use it for bait. UK Fishing Adventures, welcome back. I sure was expecting the bite to be better than this, uh, especially over in the shallow flats where they spawn at. I figured they would be moving in there already, and I know the carp and stuff are moving in. So there's another spot about 200 yards from where I'm at on the other side of the bridge and the road. If I don't do any good here, I may go over there and try and fish, uh, because I know the crappie have started pulling up into them rocks and stuff around that bridge and getting in the stumps and stuff, getting ready for their spawning. And when them crappie pull up in there, catfish eat the crappie, so they'll come up in there. So if I don't do any good over here, I may move over there. I didn't even check the barometric pressure or anything before I left the house. I threw everything in the car and took off. This time of year really gets me excited because I know the flathead are starting to move. The big fish will be coming up shallow. Uh, it's a great time of the year to get on the big fish. So far, they're not liking that shad, but we had that shad kill when it iced over. That was the first time I remember our lakes freezing over, and I can't even remember how long. This is kind of my first time in a long time having to deal with fishing after a shad kill. I know after the ice melted, though, they were feeding up them blues workers. Every one of them I caught was just barrel fat. They were so full and so stuffed, I don't see how they were even still eating, but they were. Built a new trailer for the boat, Fins and Fowl. That's awesome. I'm supposed to be hanging drywall and putting a new hardwood floor down. I've got everything and got it stacked up in our house right now. That's what I was doing the last 2 days. But I kind of played hooky today and come out here. Big Cat, have you ever used leeches? No, I have not. Uh, I don't even know if we have leeches around here in this area of Oklahoma. Did I miss Lori? There's Miss Lori. I didn't see you sneak in. We haven't even had a good bite. Uh, not even dinks. For those of y'all that don't know yet, this may be your first time in. I use circle hooks, and 8/0 is the smallest hook I use. Most of the time, it's 8/0 or 10/0. I'm really excited to start using live bait. Uh, get on some of these flatheads. I ordered them hooks from Uncle Lou's and got them in, and their hook gap is so much wider than even like the Gamakatsus, and the hooks look amazing. I don't know how they are as far as strength or what brand they are, but they look amazing. A good wide gap. There's still fish up here shallow, hitting the top of the water. When I say shallow, guys, they're probably in a foot of water or less. Looks like something hit that line or swam into it. I think it's fish swimming into our lines that's knocking the slack into them. I haven't seen any of them load up yet. These carp rigs and bowlies here in the UK. There went another fish. Weekend live or dead bait through the UK. Fishing frustrations, y'all can use live bait or dead bait all through the UK. Hey, Big Hook, how are you doing? The other spot I tried first, I pretty much had the lake to myself. There was nobody around, but there's lots of boat traffic and stuff in and out of here. See a lot of pontoons and stuff too, so I imagine a lot of them are starting to chase them crappie. They'll pull up in these stumps and they get along this rock bridge up in them rocks and stuff. And all these little shrubs and trees that growed up around the banks of the lake, they'll get up in them root systems. Get a drink real quick. Couldn't reach my drink from this side, guys. I had to go around and get it from the other side. Got short arms. Guys, if you see any of these channels and stuff pop in that you don't have, go check them out. That's why I like the live streams and stuff. I go in, and every time somebody posts a leak in one of them live streams, I click on it and go check it out. A lot of them I've already got, but every once in a while you'll find one you think you've got and you don't have it yet. So I always double check, that way I know for sure. Really need these fish to bite. If these fish don't bite, I'm gonna have to go home and aggravate my wife. She's trying to get stuff done around the house. We're building that new house, and I'm trying to get the drywall and stuff hung, and got new hardwood floor to put down. Haven't figured out what we're going to do in the kitchen yet, but I definitely do not want hardwood in the kitchen or the bathroom. I don't want carpet because it holds moisture. May do some linoleum or something in the kitchen and bathroom, or tile. Hey, Fishing Tales, how's it going? I really appreciate all you guys popping in from the UK. Uh, I know this probably speaks for everybody, but when we go live and we got guys from the UK, South Africa, Scotland, different places like that, it really means a lot to us guys that are live. That's helping us spread out. We're getting a broader broadcasting area. Uh, Before soon, I think catfishing will be global. It will be a worldwide phenomenon anywhere there's fish, and I think it's going to grow and just keep growing. Even 10 years ago, you didn't have all these catfish specific rods and hooks and tackle. And even in the last 10 years, it's come such a long way that you have many companies that specifically target uh, the tackle and gear for the catfishing people. Yeah, no real loss. The catfish community really is amazing. Uh, to me, it's like a family. You'll hear me call it a fishing family because everyone's real close. Uh, I love the way everyone helps each other out, the interaction. Uh, Not a big fan of all the trolls. Uh, I do not understand trolls. I don't understand people that's got nothing better to do than to pop into people's live stream and try